Brunswick House. It's a fine 18th century building in Vauxhall. At one time this wasn't the front was at the other side and it faced the River Thames. Unfortunately, we've lost the river front because of St George. Brunswick House has been entirely enveloped in St George, and we can see here how, as John Earl says, it has been preserved only in that it has not been demolished. This is the elevation of St George, which faces Brunswick House now. Unfortunately, we've lost our view of the river, except through one oblique angle where we can see the four towers of the Battersea Power Station. Splendid. So this is the line of the edge of the river, and this is north, and this is Brunswick House, and we can see surrounded by a red line. Brunswick House itself, the old part, is now lost on this great roundabout, and we can see here the new tower, new 50-storey tower. What we're looking at is this site, which is the site to the east, and here we have very limited angles. We have that angle and that angle, which gives us a sight line towards the west. Now looking at that on a plan, on a map, here's Vauxhall Bridge, here's Battersea Bridge, here's Battersea Power Station, and here's Brunswick House. The corresponding lines give us a full view of the river and a partial view of Battersea Power Station. Brunswick House needs a lot of work done to it. It needs a new roof, needs a lot of renovation, one sort of another. It'll cost a good few £1,000 to do that. Because of the confines of its diminished site, and in the context of the enormous backdrop of St George, we really have very limited choice but to make more of the site itself. The west end of the site, though, does, however, offer us some opportunities. One of the things we are looking at is the possibility of creating more interest along the street by making some sort of showroom or shop at street level, and then further up taking advantage of this view of Battersea Power Station and some high level restaurant.
Yeah.
And so we're looking at a building here which at once makes a direct connection with the use and the tradition of Brunswick House, and creates a junction, a hinge on this corner, and a link with St George. St George is going to be there for a good time yet, and we need to respect its ownership.